Welcome everyone, this is Noralyn Silangan, and in this topic, we will talk about one of the relevant topics covered in art appreciation, and that is the assumptions of art. There are three assumptions of art. One is that art is universal, the second is art is not nature, and the third one is that art involves experience. First on the list, it is assumed that art is universal. Now, what makes art universal? I have here four samples of art from different countries. So we have here a Mona Lisa from Paris, which is painted by Leonardo da Vinci. Uh, we also have here the Scream, which is painted by sino nga ba yun? Si Edvard Munch. And the third one that we have here is the Great Wave of Kanagawa from Japan, which is painted by Katsushika Hokusai. And lastly, we also have here the Spoliarium of Philippines, painted by Juan Luna. Just to give you a quick trivia, did you know that yung story ni Mona Lisa, kaya lang siya naging sikat ay dahil ninakaw ang painting niya? And apart from that, hindi naman ganun kasikat yung painting, and maraming theories about this painting. And one of this is that si Mona Lisa daw ay ang babaeng version ni Leonardo da Vinci dahil gusto niyang maging babae. Then ang ibang theory naman is that dahil sa painting na to, munti ka na mag-away ang Germany at ang France nung nawala ang painting na to. And just to give you a quick fact, yung painting ay ninakaw lang ng tagalinis ng museum, and gusto niyang ibenta sa ibang artist, pero hindi rin siya nagtagumpay dahil nahuli din yung nagnakaw ng paintings. And also we have here the Spoliarium, which is painted by Juan Luna. And did you know that this Spoliarium is that ito yung pinakamaliking painting ng Pilipinas. The size of this is 4 by 22 by 7.675 meters. And I am one of the lucky person that personally see that painting. And also the Parisian Life, nakita ko rin siya sa National Museum sa Manila nung elementary pa ako. Pero hindi ko pa naintindihan yung painting na yan. It was on a field trip when I was elementary. And this painting pala is that the story of this is to awaken Filipinos from ignorance, blindness, mental darkness, and oppression. And itong painting na to, kung mapapansin nyo, there are 3 layers for this painting. And itong mga Romanians na to, it represents the Spanish or the Spaniard na nananakop sa atin. And itong mga gladiator na to, sila yung kinukonsider na tayo, or tayong mga Indio or mga Filipino. Then kung mapapansin niyo yung babaeng naka-green sa gilid, na parang sabi nila hinihintay yung anak niya. And there are other theories na parang nagluluksa siya dahil namatayan siya. Itong babaeng ito, it represents our inang buhay. And yung mga gladiator, dinadala sila sa lugar ng kawalan, or I mean the basement or the spoliarium. And for the deeper view on this assumption, it is safe to note that Philippines is not the only country that creates artwork. Other countries like Paris, Japan, Norway, and also us, we create artworks, and they are old, but good and famous artworks. And when it comes to literature, we have here the Homers, the Odyssey, and also the Iliad, which is written by Homer. These two Greek mythologies or story was written, or epic story was written by Homer, and isa ito sa naging so going back, as we go back to the major of arts, one of the major of arts are, one of those are paintings and literature. And one of the functions of art is that it means of telling great stories, which is the most important functions of art. And this is one of the example, the Iliad and the Odyssey, and also the Mahabharata and the Ramayana. The Mahabharata and Ramayana is one of the Sanskrit pieces of India, and one of the sample also of literature. And also, like for instance, it tells the great stories of human history that have been told through the mouth of art. And one of the example also are the William Shakespeare work, which is Romeo and Juliet. And these samples was written before the beginning of recorded history. So hindi pa ginawa yung history ng lugar natin. Nakakaya na ng tao gumawa ng mga storytelling. And those are believed to be man's attempt at recording stories and tales that have been passed on. So nalipat na hanggang sa ngayon, kinukwento pa rin. So why art is universal? Because it is timeless and universal, spanning from generation and continents through and through. Regardless of the time, art exists and is corrupted because the process of art is not restricted by time and place. And regardless of their age, according to the time creation recorded, art is still existing today because they are good paintings. Like for example, the Mona Lisa of Paris, which was made during the Renaissance period, but it's still that painting was still famous because of the background history of that painting. And also Ars Foliarium. Did you also know that this Foliarium was the biggest painting here in the Philippines, and also it won the prize of gold, or nanalo siya sa patimpalak na ginanap sa Madrid, Spain. And naging controversial lang yung painting na yun dahil si Juan Luna ay isang Indio, at parang hindi nila matanggap na ang isang Indio ay magaling sa art. So in this way, we can assume that when we talk about art, it is just like fine wine. The more aged the wine, the better the taste. And when it comes to art, the oldest the artwork, the higher the value that it has. And Also, in every country, in every generation, there's always an art. Hindi naman natin may kakaila na talagang sa iba-ibang lugar. Sa Paris, hindi lang si Mona Lisa, kundi pati Eiffel Tower. Nagiging famous din sila sa artwork na yun. Sa China, the Great Wall of China. A part of craftsmanship, the Statue of Liberty, and the Pyramid of Giza, which is tombstone lang pala ng mga pharaohs sa Egypt. And not knowing, even before, meron mga music, and until now, nagiging uso na yung K-pop, and this is still an art. So lastly here, the third definition why art is universal is that oftentimes people feel that what is considered artistic are only those which have been made long time ago. So they think, or the people think that matatawag mo lang na art ang isang bagay kung ito'y luma naman. And apart from that, the role of humanities is that art has been crafted by all people regardless of their origin, time, place, and its state, and enjoyed by people. And going back to the misconception, age is not a factor in determining art. Why is that? Because as I've said before, habang tumatagal yung artwork, like the painting of Juan Luna, lalo siyang nagmamahal yung bali niya. And according to Dudley et al., art is not good because it is old, but old because it is good. Simple lang naman yung meaning nito. Huwag na natin pahirapan ang sarili natin. This means that you have to appreciate the beauty of art. Whether it is old or new, art is still good. And sinong hindi nakakakilala kay Jose Rizal at kay Francisco Balagtas? Si Jose Rizal, the writer at ang ating pambansang bayani na naglikha ng Noli Me Tangere at El Filibusterismo. And did you know that yung first edition ng El Filibusterismo sa National Museum ay i-auction nila ng 1.8 to 2 million? And for Francisco Balagtas naman, he is well known for the Florante and Laura. Si Francisco Balagtas, he never fails to teach high school students about beauty of love and one that is universal and pure. So kung ang ibang bansa may William Shakespeare na Romeo and Juliet, tayo naman may version ng Florante at Laura, kung gaano kawagas ang pag-ibig ni Florante at Laura. And in addition to this, we also have the Ibong Aldarna, the masterpiece of Jose de la Cruz, which is ginawa ng naging movie at marami na rin version. Sino hindi nakakakilala sa isang bunsong prinsipe na nasagip ang hari at napangasawa ang Ibong Adarna dahil sa kabaitan at busilak ng puso. So going back to Spolarium, this is one of the famous painting here in the Philippines na pinaka-controversial na painting. Naipanalo ni Juan Luna sa Madrid, Spain. And even the painter himself, may nakatagong lihim sa kanyang personality nung ginawa niya ito. Because when you see the picture or the paintings, ang nakikita mo is yung mga Romans gladiators, yung mga tao, hindi mo nakikita, pero uh, kung magsaliksik tayo sa painting na to, hindi lang pala ito yung makikita natin, kundi refleksyon ng pagiging Pilipino natin, kung paano tayo inalipin ng mga Kastila, at kung paano kinawawa ang inang bayan at dinala tayo sa mundo ng kawalan. And this is one of the painting of Juan Luna. This is what we call Parisian life, the Parisian life I mean. And itong painting na to, kung titingnan mo physically, ito'y about sa babae na nakaupo at tinitingnan ng mga lalaki. Pero yung deep meaning pa nito is that ang babaeng ito, kung makikita mo yung katawan niya, ito ay nagsisilbing mapa ng Pilipinas. At kung makikita mo yung liig niya, hindi po yan siya panyo, kundi isang lubid at tapos parang may tali or nagbibigti. And this one is represents our country. And kung mapapansin niyo, parang may nakaupo at may kasama yung babae na parang hinihintay siya na or parang may hinihintay siya. And yung hinihintay niya na yun is that represents the friars or mga Spanish. Ang lalaking yun, it could be Spanish or friars, na parang pinagsasamantalahan yung kahinaan ng Pilipinas. Parang just like that, in accordance to what I have read or research. And lastly, we have here the Ibong Adarna, the Kundiman. This is the Kundiman is the classical song of mga classical song ng mga Pinoy na parang kung wala silang ginagawa, ito yung ginagawa nila, kumakanta para mapalimpas oras nila. Then the Psalms of David naman, ito yung mga about sa religion, yung mga hymn, yung mga tula ni King David na base sa wisdom of God. And these are considered also an artwork. And that is the end of my report. And the next assumption of the art is not nature, and art involves experience, and that will be discussed by my colleagues. Thank you and have a great day.